You ever heard a lot of sayings, people say that they're saving people's lives. It's like saving their lives. From what? Guys, say that 3i atlas hits the planet. Okay? It's a big earth changer. Something in the gravitational pull happens and pow, it hits, right? And most people with an impact, it'd be really devastating to the planet, like when the impact of the dinosaurs. And most people on the impact side, like Woody Harrelson's character on that 2012 standing over Yellowstone that goes Krakatoa, you're dead, right? White Cliff don't give a hoot if you're dead, right? He's gonna suck on your girlfriend's hooters till he dies too, right? And gonna party like it's 1999. And basically, that's what would happen. And then you'd have the people in Switzerland that have their caves and stuff try to survive, like the Bill Murray movie with the canned food and the big rat, and all that crazy shit with the big moth and everything and all that crazy stuff. People using their imagination, right? And what's the difference if you die from cancer living next to the freeway, or you get shot by somebody that's gone crazy because of competition through exploitation and extortion, or a big rock comes and pow? What's the difference? Yeah, I walked through the valley of the shadow of death. Yeah, I feel no evil because you were always with me. That's faith in God, right? Have no fear for atomic energy. When you talk this way to people, it's hard for my dad. He gets like, Earl, you're just crazy. I'm like, what do you mean I'm crazy? What's crazy is believing that there's a magic God in your head that you're going to live with after you're dead if you accept him as your God. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, that's insane. That doesn't exist, right? That big rock in space hitting, we know it's done that. We have archaeological evidence to know that's happened before during the time of the dinosaurs. Okay. So that's something that could really happen. I remember when I lived in Sierra Vista and they started approaching me, you're that guy, when I worked at Fry's Food and Drug. And they had Neil deGrasse Tyson on the Tonight Show, and he was talking about a keyhole where you have these rocks that go by and one could hit the planet. And I'm like, yeah, that's always bugged me too. I think a lot of it has to do with human activities being aggressive as dinosaurs, which throws off the balance of the solar system, which in order to maintain balance, the sun would, there's balance and harmony to the way things exist. And there's reactions to maintain that balance and harmony, like a body. And so I just sit and look at it and go, I have to really understand the laws of nature to maintain the balance and harmony of our existence. And then I have to obey those laws in order to continue to enjoy life and understand and obey laws, right? So I'm that type of person. I've been that type of person for ever since, before Slipknot. I was a creature before I could stand. I don't remember that, but I don't remember picking fleas off my wife and eating them. But I do recall, I've had conversations in prayer and meditation with Adam and Eve. Okay, in Africa, in a nice place, doing nice things because they were nice people. I have conversations like that, but I don't recall being the apes masturbating on History of the World Part 1, Mel Brooks. And so maybe I'm the author of the song The Way We Were for Barbra Streisand. Because the other night, every time I hear helicopters go by, I go, oh, there go Josh Brolin. You do know that Barbra Streisand is his stepmother, as they refer to it as stepmother. But if his mother is still a active mother, then they would call it a stepmother. Let's just say it co-mothering. Because we still have philanthropy that sucks, right? Okay, El Bull. That's Benicio del Toro. Okay, that's a different movie. It's called Traffic with Don Cheadle. What's a Cheadle? The guy who plays Rhodey. But wasn't Rhodey Terrence Howard before he was Don Cheadle? Yeah, it's also a lot like Dick York and Dick Sargent. And today the role of Snapper Foster will be played by, okay, Earl, do you understand? Which is fantasy. It's not real, right? And so I was sitting here relaxing and getting through my day, and I was thinking about that 3i Atlas thing. I said, well, that hits, what would happen? What if you get hit by a car? What if they poison you to death and study you and then say he killed himself by not going to get radiation treatment from our pit crews at our hospitals? I killed myself. It didn't have anything to do with you isolating me economically and then torturing me and abusing me with chemical toxins through industrialization. I killed myself because I wouldn't. I already tried. Okay. In 2017, when I went online and challenged the U.S. military and said, in 8 months, I can get myself in 10% really good body fat, just focus on he has no discipline. So I'll focus on getting in really good shape, which I did. And I said, in one day, you can pull your head out of your ass and you won't. And which I was right. Then I ended up at the hospital. My I couldn't work out anymore because my shins were hurting so much from chemical toxins, and my teeth were rotting out of the back of my head. So I went to the hospital and I talked to the little girl pragmatically. I said, I am what they refer to as like a civil rights activist online that's doing anonymous on YouTube, which they said I do. I have all these people, and so do you know of anybody in this community that has ties to the military that can do right by me? Because I did my end of the bargain. You ever heard Lies by Jonathan Butler? We took vows to be ever true. I lived up to my end, did you? Someone saw you with your old lover hand in hand. I don't understand. And that's the military. All those people that Trump was addressing, he was being a cocky little arrogant shit. Yeah, he was. Well, because he thinks he has the protection of Parsons, as long as he uses the linguistics of God and Jesus, and he jokes around about it like I do, but he's a liar and I'm not. Okay. He's broken. He's put in position by people that are playing genocidal games with people's lives. Will the rock hit the planet or will it not hit the planet? Will we end up being Bill Murray, the mayor of the underground city, or not? To be or not to be? This is the question. Science slumber parties. It's Principal Mazer. Here, Max, guard this with your life, dude, right? It's a leaning tower of cheese, right? That's funny. If you're alive to think so. But if you're dead, Wycliffe don't give a hoot if you're dead. He's going to go suck on your girlfriend's hooters. That's just stupid. I know. Why do you guys keep listening to that shit? I don't think I have that one. Maybe I do. Do I have M to the A to the... Is that the one I'm talking about? We used to be number 10. That's Foo La La La. That's ripped off from... Well, it's not ripped off. It's borrowed from Tina Marie's Ooh La La, which is a better song. But I don't have on my MP3, which I probably should. But I do have Ready or Not by the Delphonics, and I also do have Ready or Not by the Fugees. But Ready or Not by the Delphonics is better. Anywhere you go back. And William Puhart, really good voice. Lauren has a good voice, too. It's just her stuff is, tribal, secular, insular, genocidal propaganda. And their stuff is a guy who's obsessed with a girl sexually and doesn't want her to leave because she releases serotonin and dopamine and endorphins that make him feel like, I love you, don't go away, I'll kill myself. Right? Which a lot of us can relate to. What about the tribal, secular? A lot of us can relate to that, but it's a lot more human to be, I can't live without you, Bernadette, I need you to live, than it is, hey, let's kill all these people that have different skin color than us because they're trying to kill us off the planet because of their skin color. That's just batshit crazy. Bernadette! Does it say what color Bernadette is? She could be a blonde like the girl in the Big Bang Theory. Or she could look like Pam Kelly from Trouble Man. Isn't it Pam Kelly? I like her. She's funny. She's hilarious on Uptown Saturday Night. Isn't she, though? As the mayor's wife, as the alderman's wife. Yeah, she's funny. I like her, too. But, you know what I'm saying? But that was a ghost. That's no longer happened. She may have passed away by now. Okay? Like a lot of other people. That we used to... They said did Charlie Parker died. Michelle Nichols, is she still with us? Anyone else have a ginormous crush on Lieutenant Uhura? Who else has good taste? Lots of people have good taste. How many of you were young and used to watch the reruns of Star Trek, and the main reason you'd watch is because you'd go goo-goo over the communications officer? She's so pretty, Mommy. She's pretty. I grew up, I want to meet a girl like Lieutenant Uhura, and she look at me, because she kissed Captain Kirk, and I'm kind of like, well... not as melodramatic and can control my penis better than Captain Kirk, but and I have a better grasp of reality than Captain Kirk. Maybe that might be, maybe I could get Lieutenant Uhura to stop calling in crazy shit for crazy shit and go and, do, instead of, she could be my brown-haired, brown-eyed, brown-skinned version of She Wants to Live in the Rockies. She says that's where we'll find peace sitting here by me. Yeah, she's here by me. Anybody else like that song? Like Johnny Rivers? I like Johnny Rivers. My favorite Johnny Rivers song. Poor Side of Town. That's my favorite Johnny Rivers song. But I also like A Mountain of Love, A Mountain of Love. You should be ashamed. It used to be a mountain of love, but you just changed your name. Anybody else like that one? That one's good too. Yeah. The Midnight Special one, that's all right. And he does some other ones. He does like, I don't know if he did it at Four Tops. He does those songs and stuff too. But my two favorites are The Poor Side of Town and Mountain of Love. Those are my two favorite Johnny Rivers songs. I think I have both of them on my MP3. They just don't ever play them that much. The one they always play is Summer Rain Falls. Maybe I don't have Mountain of Love. High on a Mountain of Love. And, yeah, that's a good one. And, yeah, Poor Side of Town. I have Poor Side of Town. It's played before on my MP3. They just rarely play it for me because NASA sucks. NASA sucks. I know. NASA sucks. NASA sucks. NASA sucks. They're jealous because they suck. Nobody wants to talk to them to live the Lord's Prayer because they're jealous and they're narcissistic and manipulative and they suck. NASA sucks. They know they suck. Buzz Lightyear sucks. Yes, he does. So does Woody, because he's not real. He's just a man trying to be a placebo pill to make you pay your bills. NASA sucks. NASA sucks. Yes, they do. NASA sucks. NASA sucks. NASA sucks. NASA sucks. NASA sucks. Mass is an asshole. Yeah. Just say, no, man, it's extremist. It's home invasion through Wi-Fi. Through linguistics, because the Supreme Court and the Pentagon suck as much as NASA. Let's executive, legislative, and judicial sucks. Sucks. They don't know what justice is because we're not living the Lord's Prayer. They suck. They suck. They suck. They fuck a duck for money and then would sell it online and then say, hey, I'm trending. I got to pay bills to fuck my own behind because I have Discovery for prep and I only want to have sex with myself because I think I love myself. NASA sucks. Being a celebrity sucks. Making money sucks. You can't make money. No, you're just manipulating money or saying, I made something here. It's value. It's a dead person's face that used to hold slaves and said they were his property. Then he wrote down on a piece of paper and had a bunch of other crazy people that believed it, and they agreed to it too. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? What's the dawn's early? A bunch of people bombing each other and saying we need to do it to make money to pay each other to live here. We go on a magic kingdom of Norman Greenbaum and Jesus in the sky after we're dead. Ooh, that sucks. That really, really sucks. I still like football. Porno? No. I liked having sex with my wife. Books about war? They're stupid and overrated. They're not overrated, they're stupid. Okay. There's no overrating, it's just stupid. You believe that shit? You have to kill each other over money to fuck to live? Hey, caveman, how's it going? I want to be a cat. No, cats they're the crazy lady, the Target lady from, what's her name? Kristen Wiig. She's funny, I like her, she's funny. Kristen Wiig makes me laugh. She's like Maria. I'd like to say something in Maria's behalf. Maria always makes me laugh. Yeah, how do you solve a problem like Kristen Wiig? How do you keep her from going and shopping? What? She's at her thing. Wouldn't she get fired? I don't know. Ask the UPS guy named Ben Affleck. I don't know. They're the geniuses. They got everything figured out. Now Damon knows. He's the Martian. Have Neil deGrasse Tyson explain it to you. He can't even explain himself out of his own philanthropy. Damn, we suck again. Not for long. I'm fixing AI. You don't believe me? Okay. I'm not here.